Hi friends, welcome back to another video. I posted a reel with my strawberry pouch. A lot of you wanted a tutorial on how I add a cute little zipper to it. I'm going to show you what I do with my little pouches, and then from there hopefully you can use this video and add zippers to other projects, like let's say tops or crochet pants or any of that. Hopefully it'll help you out. This is what I use my zippers for, and it's just really nice and handy. And I also made a lemon one. So I'm preparing these for my markets right now, which is a perfect opportunity to show you how I do it. So let's go. For zippers, I got this pack off Amazon and they're just about 9 inches. But of course, I think the zipper part is smaller than that. So when you have a crochet project, you want to make sure the opening or where you want to sew the zipper is smaller than the zipper that you have, because even if this is a little bigger than it, you can hide the end inside your project and just sew it along. It's always better to have more zipper for a smaller crochet project than have a big opening and a very small zipper that won't cover the opening. I don't know if that makes sense. This little pouch that I'll be making has 6-inch opening around the top. Not too big, but it's perfect to add the zipper from the beginning and then have this little tail end hide in the back. So I'm going to go through that. Don't be shy to use zippers in your projects. I really like how functional it is. Trust me, I was scared first, but it became so much easier after when you get it. Okay, now let's go sew these on. When I finish these pouches, I always leave a long tail for sewing my zippers. You could also use an extra piece of yarn. So I'm going to use this color because I think it goes well with the flower. I open the zipper up a little bit here and I start it on this side of the pouch. So I just insert it here. And I have my zipper opening here, and you don't want to lose that inside when you're sewing. So keep it out, and then you're gonna use a really sharp darning needle. I think most needles will go through this zipper because it's not that thick, but it works really well with my yarn and my zipper. You're gonna start sewing into your crochet project and through the zipper. That. Pull that through. And this little tail I use to tie it in the end, because basically, oh, let's put that back in there. I went into my crochet project and then I went across to the other side just to kind of secure both ends here, because you don't want your zipper to be uneven. So now I'm back out here and I'm going to be working on this side first. So I'll show you how I do that. You go back in your project and see how it's like poking out on my zipper. Pull it through. And then here's the fun part, starting from the side. You're gonna place the side of the zipper along the side of your project. So it's gonna look like this. And all along there, you're gonna sew in and out, in and out, in and out. So now my thread is inside. So I'm gonna kind of find the right spot right here with that stitch, pull it out, and then continue this process in each of these stitches into the zipper, so it'll start having like a lot of stitches there. and back out again. And in. And so I'm going to finish this side, and then once we get to the end, I'll show you what we do next. So just continue threading your yarn through your project and through the zipper, just back and forth, and try to keep them next to each other. But since this is a curved project, you have to like kind of line it up to the zipper, so you're kind of going a little curved motion, so it's gonna look a little wavy inside, but that's okay. It's only because it's a round shape. But if you're doing like granny square pouches and you want to add a zipper, it'll be smooth sailing from there, trust me. So I finished one side along this, and then this is how it looks on the inside. See how it's kind of wavy? How I keep my stitches a little separated from each other, but it's sturdy enough. Like with your crochet projects and with the yarn that you're sewing it with, you don't need to go right beside each other. It'll hold. It's pretty sturdy, and I go through each stitch and it works for me. So we're at the end now, and we're gonna just tuck in this little end here, and you'll notice that there's still zipper that's gonna be inside it, but that's okay. That's what we want. It could, like this little tail can be inside your project. You can sew it down. Like I said before, it's better to have more zipper that you need to sew down instead of like having your zipper end here and then there's gonna be a gap. It's gonna be a whole other issue. Last stitch was inside, so what I'm gonna do is go from the inside and pull my needle out through here and kind of turn it so that the inside is straight. There you go. Through there. Yeah. So this is how it basically looks on the inside, and what I'm gonna do right now is kind of sew it down so that when you put stuff in the pouch, there's not like a little flap here. So yeah, just go ahead and sew these parts down. And what I love about using the same yarn that I crocheted my pieces in is that you won't notice any mistakes or crazy stitches that you do. You won't even notice all these stitches. Okay, so get ready to sew along this side now. Since we had it closed while sewing this back side, I'm gonna now open the zipper. Oh, is it? Okay, there you go. That way I can sew. Let me see. And I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna align these two together, the zipper and the edge of the pouch, and just go stitch by stitch, attaching the two together. So remember, now you have to open the zipper and then do the same process that you did on the other side, just with this side. Oh. Out. Your last stitch is gonna be with the yarn going in towards your crochet project. See, that's how both sides look. You can add felt or maybe fabric on the inside too. That can work as well. But honestly, I don't mind how it looks from the inside. It's from the outside, which looks really good and clean once you zip it up. Those things are optional, but I don't really do that, or I don't find the need to. So I'm just gonna kind of stitch down this little flap with these little flaps, just because they're annoying. Also, be careful while using a really sharp needle, because sometimes your yarn will get stuck in your project and you'll be pulling and you don't want to accidentally stab yourself, hurt yourself. So let's go back in one last time. I'm just gonna take this little end and kind of grab it on the inside. Oh, let me see if I can. Okay. Now you can either fasten it off, like fasten off this little end and weave your ends in, or what I like to do is I make a knot here, just for my sanity. And see? Oh. There you go. Oh my gosh, that looks so cute. And see, it barely shows, because you want to sew like right before the zipper. It's just like a little pop of color. I love it. This is the first time I made this little flower one, so it's not in my shop yet, but this one's in my shop, and I think I'm gonna make a watermelon one and a bear one. So you can find this one in my shop, but if you want to make one, it's literally just a circle and you're working in the rounds. You make it as big as you want, and then once you have an idea of how big it is, you can add an opening to it and then stitch the two sides together. How cute. And there you go. It turned out so cute. Oh my gosh. I really like the color choice. I love adding crazy zipper colors because it's just like a nice little bold color, and it can hold like any little thing. These bags are like 5.5 inches, so it's pretty good. It's bigger than a coin purse, but I feel like you could put your makeup in it, or you can even keep your like little tools, like let's say your tape measure or your stitch markers are inside. I don't know if hooks will fit into it. I really enjoy adding the zipper to it, and I hope you learned something from this tutorial. It's really easy. Like once you get the hang of it and once you get some zippers, trust me, it'll be good. I sometimes add zippers to my bags as well, and that one's a little tricky because I like to line my bags with fabric, so it's a whole thing. I haven't done it in a while because it's a lot. I would like to see different ways you can use zippers. I've also seen some really talented crocheters add a zipper to like their vest, like their sweater vest, like right here, and it looks so cute. I'll link the zippers in the description. Let me know what other tutorials you'd like to see next. That's all. Bye!